What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm good.
Not too shabby.
An exciting week of football.
A
Turkey
good week
week.
of football.
It was a good week of football. I feel like there's a lot of crazy shit happening.
Yeah, a lot of uninteresting games also.
True, but I feel like it's a double-edged sword sometimes.
When you have someone rush for 250 yards in prime time, that's
Well, yeah,
pretty crazy.
that was easily, even that was like a blowout though. Like that was the most entertaining game I saw during the day.
Yeah.
Just watch
Yeah,
Red
some of
Zone.
them
It
some of the
doesn't, it
some of the
doesn't
games were
mean,
shitty.
yeah, I mean, there were games that were not on TV in my area that were, like good games, but
Seattle, Arizona was like the worst game I've ever seen.
oh yeah, dude, 25 points.
Oh,
Um,
like Gino throws a red zone pick, like Tyler can't move the ball. It was a terrible game.
Kansas City almost loses to the worst team ever.
They really kind of almost did. Like,
That was actually a
obviously,
pretty
like,
good game.
yeah, no, that was a good game. That was a really
That
good
was a
game,
good game.
actually.
Let's start
Adam
with
don't know,
this.
Carolina.
Let's start with the Blizzard game though. What happened there?
Yeah.
That was a good game.
And yeah, that was still like a really good game. It's not like they couldn't play because of the snow. That was
It's
very
actually
entertaining.
it's actually unbelievable that Jameis Winston won that football game. Like, how does he win that football game?
Dude, David Njoku.
The other thing too, so they were down what 12-9? Or what was the score when they were driving with 2 minutes left? Do we remember or no? They were down like 3 or 4.
19-18.
Oh, it was only one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was 3rd and 2, and they had like a false start or like a procedural penalty, and they end up not getting it. And then they ask Tomlin, what does he want to do? And he goes back and forth twice. And then he says, yeah, I'll take the penalty. So then you're really giving them 2 chances to get it when if it was just 4th down, you have to stop it one time. And then they end up
I
getting the
do
third
remember
down.
that.
They did like a 15-yard catch. And I was like, he was just so indecisive about what he wanted to do. Normally it would just be like, all right, I'm taking it or I'm not taking it. He told the ref no at first, and then he said yes after like a minute. So I was like, okay.
I do
But
remember that.
I don't know if that was the difference, but that was just one of those moments where I was sitting there and I'm like, Tomlin, you seem like not sure of what's good right now. But
Yeah, either way, I think it was tough loss for Pittsburgh. Do we think that like does anything to them?
No, that's just they're the Steelers and that's just what they do.
they play down now.
Yeah, and I mean,
Like I wouldn't be really worried about it if I was a Steelers fan.
Who's winning the NFC North?
It might be the Ravens.
with that
I feel like
loss,
I feel like if the Ravens get into first place, they're not going to fall back out.
the Ravens are so faded though. Like the way that
They
they
play
lose
each
some of
other
these
again,
games.
don't they? Or have they played twice?
They play each other again.
And it's in Baltimore. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Baltimore probably wins the division.
Baltimore does do the same thing though, where they play down to
Yeah, they
whoever
do.
they play.
God, who did they? They lost
Yeah.
to somebody really bad
They
earlier this
lost
year,
to the
right?
Browns. Both of these teams have lost
Oh,
to the Browns.
they lost to the Browns.
Who else did
That's
they
just
lose
this
to? They
division.
lost to
Did they lose to the Raiders?
the
Yeah, they
Raiders.
did.
Yeah, that was like the second week of the year.
Oh my
third week.
gosh! Like how?
Yeah,
Like
some of these losses, you're like, how do you lose this game?
ugh.
But that's just what they do. What about the Minnesota-Chicago game? That had an interesting ending at the
What
end.
a ridiculous game!
It was ridiculous.
Like Antonio, that was a good game.
It was. I just didn't really get to see any of it.
It was one of those
I know it
games
was crazy at the end.
It was one of those games that like felt too far away, and then all of a sudden the Bears were just there at the end, and you're just like, oh, what's going on right now? And then they did the onside kick, and you're like,
They
oh,
might be
okay.
the weirdest team I've ever seen. By the way, the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Then
they get the onside
ball.
kick and force overtime. I thought for sure that they were gonna win.
Then they get the ball in overtime and run 3 of the worst plays you've ever seen.
Yeah,
and
then
they
they fully went back to being the Bears.
And then they punt in like 4th and 17. Like it was hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah, because wasn't it like Caleb Williams got like sacked on like the first play or whatever, and they lost
Second, I
they
think.
lost 1 billion yards on it.
Oh, so
Yeah.
many yards. Yeah,
Yeah.
just wouldn't get rid of the ball.
Part of it's not his fault either, though. Like I saw during that play, like the running back and the tight end were blocking for him, and then they both go for a check down right in the same spot and let him get sacked. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you want him to do there?
Throw it out of bounds.
He was in the
Yeah.
pocket.
I mean, it's tough. Like nowadays, it's so much harder to like just throw it away because like all these quarterbacks are always escaping and like extending plays by so much that like I would try to do that every play.
Yeah.
Most of the time, sometimes it doesn't work out, and you lose 1 billion yards and then you lose the game. What are you giggling
Why are you
at?
giggling?
Just
Yeah.
because Sal was just like, yeah. I don't know why. It's so funny.
And then the most faded game was the Dallas and Washington game. What do you mean?
Like 40 points in the fourth quarter.
40 points in like the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was an insane game.
That was wild.
When they returned that kickoff, when Tolbert returned that kickoff, I thought for sure it was over, or Turpin, whoever it was. And then they come back and they throw to Terry McLaurin, and the Cowboys were like ready to give up the game. That's when they were like, we can't win this game. And they're like, you guys have it. And then Washington was like, no, you have it.
Him missing the extra point so faded.
Oh my God, bro. And then them scoring on the onside kick.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy was pissed that he didn't go down.
He should have.
Because it's still a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
Like, you're dumb as hell.
Mike McCarthy's so funny on the sideline. I just love watching him walk up and down the sideline. Like, just
Oh
all
my
his
God.
mannerisms are so good.
Did you see Jerry Jones gave an interview today and said like he would like consider extending Mike McCarthy? He said it's not
Oh my
crazy
God, dude.
to give him an extension.
Oh my God. That's so bad. That's horrible.
What is he doing, dude?
He said like
That's
he's one of the
horrible.
best coaches and that he likes
It's
his
because
ideas.
he just submits to everything he says.
Oh yeah. He's just a yes man. But
That's crazy.
holy shit, you have to fire him after this year. You can't sit here and be like, oh, well, Dak got hurt. They were dog shit before that.
Honestly, they might run it back with him next year.
They're going to.
Well,
So bad.
they're gonna have to sign. It's not just next year, so they have to sign him for a long term.
Yeah, he's in his final year right now, so they have to
Yeah.
extend him.
Ugh.
I couldn't believe that when I heard that.
I'd be so pissed if I was a Cowboys fan.
What qualifies him to get extended? What has he? I just he had 2 good regular seasons. Have they had a playoff win under him?
I don't think so. No.
So, okay, congratulations. You went like 12-5 one year. Like,
Yeah, literally. Like,
And got dusted by the 9-8 Packers.
or the 9-8 49ers, like whoever it was, like that.
Yeah, I don't know who
happened
they played
too.
the year before, but
That's horrible.
well, which year was the one where Dak like slid down with like 4 seconds left and they couldn't get the?
That was against the
Oh.
Niners.
That was
Yeah.
the
against the
Niners.
Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might have been the 1 seed.
Cowboys, they haven't been the 1 seed. Not since like 2016.
Then they were like the
Not
2 or
since
the
Dak's
3. They were a
first
high
year, right?
seed.
Yeah,
Dak's
that was
first
Dak's
year.
first year was 16. So, they've been the 2 a bunch of times, Sal. Like a bunch of times.
And they lost to the Packers that year, didn't they? 2016.
Yeah, they love.
Trying to remember. I can't.
Yeah, yeah, they did. Oh, that was the Mason Crosby field goal.
Remember.
The one that like
The
caught
magnet.
wind in a dome.
The literal magnet.
Dude, kickers have been so
And then
bad lately.
Jerry Jones was like, that was God blowing on that.
Kickers have been so bad as of late. What's up with that? Okay, Antonio, I want to hear what you say because Sal was trying to feed me the bullshit that Justin Tucker's only bad because of the long snapper and the holder, the new long snapper and the new holder. He said that's the sole reason why Justin Tucker's been bad.
I have no idea. I seriously couldn't tell you why kickers are so
Some
ass
guy
this year.
on Twitter
I
did
really
like
don't.
a detailed breakdown of why it's the long snapper in the holder's fault. I don't buy that
Yeah, I
at all.
bet. I mean, I bet it could be. If
If
they
you're
dude,
Yeah.
if you're a kicker, then I'm sure timing is huge. So if these guys aren't good at like matching up at your timing, sure that could screw you off. Kickers are probably
How
creatures
much?
of
All
like
right,
fucking habit,
don't you think he'd be
but they
getting
probably also
better?
don't.
hold on.
They,
I put a percentage on this. How much do you think it affects the new snapper and the new holder? How much? What percentage do you think it moves at?
um, I'm gonna break. I'll put this in like percentage of who I'd put blame on. I'd put 20% blame on the snapper and the holder, and then 80% of the blame on like Justin Tucker.
I said
Like
this to
kickers.
Okay,
equate to like
then
a
well
10% change.
you can't say that and then say it's
No,
only
I
their
did
fault.
say that. I didn't say it was only their fault. I said
That's what
it's
Sal
probably
was trying to
partially,
tell
but
me.
not mostly.
I never said it was only their fault either. I said it just makes a difference.
Of course it
Okay, but I
does.
think it makes a bigger difference the fact that Justin Tucker is just bad now.
These guys
But
also probably don't practice like
I
mid-range
I will
field goals.
only
They
blame it
probably
on
only
Justin
practice
Tucker.
60-yarders.
I will only blame it on him. He's one of the best ever. How is he so bad this year?
maybe because for the first time in a while he has a new long snapper and a new holder.
But you've had time. He should be getting better if that's the case. He's been bad the whole. We're over halfway through the year.
I don't know. Like I
don't
said the
know,
other
dude.
night, if you show me 11 really good seasons of kicking the football, and then there's this one outlier season that you have a new holder and snapper, I'm gonna go with that might be the reason why. But
Or
I
is
also,
it that he's just been so
or he
good
could
for
be
so
washed,
long?
or he's
Could be
washed.
it could just be like a mental thing too. Like
Yeah, he could be done.
I think
kickers
it's more
fucked
that
up.
than the long snapper and the holder. I think it's more mental than it is that.
I'm
Probably
not saying he
is.
shouldn't be washed. I'm just saying the data says otherwise.
What do you mean the
How-
data?
He's been the best kicker in the league for a decade.
Yeah. Has he had the
Okay, and
same
then
long
this year
snapper
he
and
got the
same
new long
holder
snapper
his
and the new
entire
holder.
career?
I'm fairly confident it's been for most of that 10 years.
I don't know, man.
Justin Tuck.
When Adam Vinatieri left the Patriots, he was still pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
Then he had some bad seasons, though.
When
did
he
have
was
some
like
bad seasons, but
50.
He still kicked forever. Yeah, but then he also had some good seasons when he was like almost 50.
Yeah. Nick Folk has been good his entire career. He's one of the best kickers this year.
Oh, he's amazing.
And he's on a brand new team.
Fitch Nolt sucks, dude. He's not that good.
He's one of the best kickers this year. That's how bad
Dude, how good
kickers
did
have been.
how good did Dan Bailey used to be?
Dan
For
Bailey
like
used to
a
be insane.
season.
No, for like 4 years. For 4 years, he was like really good.
That's the thing about kickers. It's either like if we know your name, then you're either really good or really bad. And if we
50-yard
don't know
field
your name, you're
goal.
probably pretty good.
50-yard field goal right now. Like literally
Nick
the kicker
Folk.
has to start right now. Hold on. Or else you die. Who are you taking?
Probably Brandon Aubrey.
Bucker, dude. Or Elliott.
Well, Bucker's hurt though. Does that count?
Oh yeah, I guess if it's right now, then no. So
Yeah, it has to be like whoever's available right now. But
Jake
I gotta
Elliott.
tell you though, I kind of want Nick Folk.
really,
I
Yeah.
kind of want Nick Folk.
I don't know about that.
I do.
What's
He's clutch.
Nick Folk's percentage from 50?
I want Evan McPherson.
I want Iguodala.
Who would it be?
Brandon McManus.
No.
No.
He loves Brandon McManus.
Josh Brown.
He's 94% this year, Nick Folk.
Pretty good. Oh, is it? Oh,
Cairo
Who?
Santos.
ew.
Or Robbie Gould.
Robbie Gould was really good.
Yeah. He played everywhere.
I mean, Moody on the 49ers is pretty good until he got hurt.
Yeah. Jake Bates on Detroit's not bad either.
Matt Gay.
You would love Matt Gay.
He's been my fantasy kicker many times.
Matt
Oh,
Gay's your fantasy?
dude, who who was the Falcons kicker for a while? The old guy, and eventually he only kicked field goals and
Matt Bryant. Andrew
Matt
Barnes
Bryant,
loves
yeah.
he was
Matt
so
Bryant.
good. He was so good, Sal. He was my fantasy kicker like every year until I couldn't draft him.
Honestly, Yonto True from 50.
Yeah,
I
he's
might.
good too.
Yeah.
I mean, that one he missed this week, though.
No, that was
Cost-
Fairbairn.
Oh,
Fearbeard? I hate his name.
Racist.
I hate saying his name.
it's not racist.
It always sounds like you're pronouncing it wrong. No,
Yeah,
his first name's
Fairbairn is-
fine, but Fairbairn, like,
Fairbairn's the worst name.
even if he told me, like, yeah, that's how you say it, I'd be like, are you sure, dude?
I wish it would just give me regular kicker rankings.
So, have you seen those videos, Sal, of the guy inside of his house? And then he's going, the guy, skinny guy with glasses, and he'd just be like,
No.
What are you talking about?
oh, I gotta find one of those after and send it to you.
I think
No, I haven't seen those.
Jake Bates on the Lions is pretty good too.
Yeah, I already said that, loser.
Roy Hibbert?
Yes.
Melky Cabrera.
All right. Is there anything else from last week before we move
Oh,
on?
dude,
to
I
this
was
week?
doing a grid the other day, Sal, and I was like a Giant and a Yankee, Melky Cabrera.
Can we do a grid at the end of this?
Sure.
Absolutely not.
Can we get 2 minutes of MLB before we start on NFL?
Yeah. I mean, we already started on NFL.
In
What do you want?
between doing it next week.
Yeah.
Where's
What do you want to talk about, Soto?
Where's Juan Soto going, sir?
I think so. No matter what,
Foreshadowing.
dude, did you see the post that MLB put out? It was just like a random Juan Soto post about his stats, and like the graphic on the first slide was literally Juan Soto's name in orange, and then like there was blue in the background. It was the first thing I saw when I opened my phone in the morning, and I was like, I like panicked for a second. I was like, whoa, 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 and it's like, oh, they know what they're doing here. So here's what I think is the Mets are going to offer him the most money, and the Yankees are going to match that, and the Mets are just going to go up by like 10 million every time the Yankees match them. So it's up to Soto if that 10 million is going to make that much of a difference if he wants to stay or if he wants to go to the Mets. That's how I feel.
Is it not just purely money?
It might be. He might be going like after every penny, but like I just don't get the logic behind that.
So much money.
I know, but like, is 10 million going to be your difference?
So you're
Like
saying
you have
like
a chance. You have a chance to be like a Yankees like all-time legend.
so you're saying what
Like
if he doesn't give a
that
shit?
means something. He might
What
not
if-
give a shit.
No,
Seriously, some
some
guys
people
do, some guys
don't.
don't.
No, definitely
So
not.
all right. So
But
what? All right.
he
So
could.
you're saying hold on. So you're saying like it could be like Yankees hard stop is 750 million, and the Mets are gonna offer him 760 million, and the Yankees won't match it.
But the Yankees might say, "But we'll give you an extra year."
Mm.
The Yankees might just keep upping it until it gets like $1 billion. Like we'll give you $1 billion.
Hal said he'd go to up to about 300 mil for payroll.
Here's
next
the
year.
thing. Here's the thing. Does retaining him almost not sound like a liability at this point?
I was gonna say if they don't get him back, as long as they go and get like 3 other like mid to big name guys, I'll be fine. Go get one of the pitchers.
$60
Go
million
get
a year
Bregman.
to one player is
Trade for freaking
lot.
Nolan Arenado. Yeah, no, it's a lot.
Would
I
you
mean,
play
yeah,
Arenado
I think
at first? That's what
I think
they're saying.
paying someone like that is so.
So, depending on the situation, though, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing Judge at first base this year.
Ew.
That's
It's gonna
so
happen
gross.
eventually.
Ew, that's gross.
And
I
he'll
don't
find
like that.
he'll find some way to get
He
hurt
was
and be
taking
out
reps last
and be
year
out 50
at
games.
spring
Now,
training.
how heartbroken would you be if he went to the Red Sox? I need to just hear this.
Very, but I don't think it's gonna happen unless if he did that, he would know what he's doing and he would just be like, I don't know, he's like a fucking baseball guy, you know? Maybe he's be like, I want to be the villain.
I think it'd be terrible for the Red Sox to give him anything north of 500 mil because of the whole
dude,
Mookie
they
Betts
wouldn't
thing.
spend any money forever if they signed him.
All right, a couple
But
things.
here's the thing: Juan Soto might also be saying to himself, "Well, these are all going to be good teams that are offering me money right now. So if I take a huge contract and it hinders this team for like a long time while I'm here and we end up sucking for a while, I don't care because I already won a World Series." That could be part of his logic too. So I don't know.
If I had to put a percentage on it, like before the offseason, I would have said there's like a 1% chance he goes to the Red Sox. I'm up to like a 9% chance that he might go to the Red Sox. Maybe
I think
like
the
10.
longer it goes on where he hasn't signed anywhere, the lower it gets that he's going to the Red Sox.
The Blue Jays are not signing him.
No, they're not going to be able to pay.
Rays too. I'm pretty sure it said the Rays. The Rays aren't signing him either. It's either
surprised the Giants aren't involved.
Yeah, maybe out of their price range. I don't know.
It's the biggest
Yeah,
problem
dude.
in baseball.
I mean, they offered the same amount for Judge as the Yankees did.
Yeah, but that was what, like 400 million?
Yeah.
It's the biggest problem in baseball, bro. It's like it always comes down to the same three teams. It always comes down to like the Red Sox, Yankees, and Dodgers.
Yeah, but then the Texas Rangers won the World Series a couple years ago, and then like
I don't think it's effective. I don't think it's effective the way that it goes right now. But that's just how it is. It's just the name of the game. It
balances out.
Because then look, the Dodgers have won 2 in the last 4 years. So
no, they have not. World Championships.
Yeah, if you don't want to talk about the fake one, then that's fine.
It was 4 years ago.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
2 years. You said 2 and 2
2
years.
in the last 4 years.
2 and 4 years.
Open your fucking ears. Turn that fucking headset up.
I said 2 and 4 years.
2 in the last 4 years. So obviously, whatever they do also works. They just buy. That's just how it works. They play Monopoly, and they have the most money. So like, it just comes down to that. Who are the two teams in the World Series this year?
That never happens, though.
Yeah, that never happens.
But at least one of them.
But it happened, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that's just what happened. I mean, the Yankees are the Yankees. But I mean,
it was the Diamondbacks and the Rangers last year. Like the Diamondbacks, and then who was the year before? Astros and Phillies.
Yeah.
Astros definitely had a top 3 payroll.
The Astros, when they were rolling, they were paying everybody.
I think when they won, they might have had the top payroll a couple years ago.
Definitely.
I think final closing thing on Juan Soto potentially going to the Red Sox. I think yes, they never spend money, but I think at the same time the fact that it's going from the Yankees to the Red Sox would make it incredibly worth it. Like, if John Henry's going to open the pocketbook for once, it might be for something like this where he can just say, all right, I haven't spent money in a couple of years. Here's my investment for you guys. Like, here's my long-term, like, we're getting a guy and just he's our outfielder for 15 years. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would just be pissed because it's like, why couldn't you have paid Mookie Betts?
I think Juan Soto might be a better player than Mookie Betts.
Right.
I might disagree with you. Maybe right now, yes, but at the time, Mookie Betts was the best player.
At the time, no, but this would be the.
At the time, no.
This would be.
That's what I'm saying.
So like,
that's what I'm saying. So if he didn't do it then, why would he do it now? On a player that isn't on the Red Sox.
You have to steal him from the Yankees.
He's so young. He's so much younger than Mookie was.
You have to steal him from the Yankees, and the core's ready now. Like they've been getting ready, and this is the year where everyone finally breaks out. This is the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't put much faith in John Henry though.
I don't either. I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it does, I'd be a very happy camper.
Guy's got a fucking Dodgers hat on.
Is this an LA?
What did you say?
Is that a Dodgers hat?
Yeah.
Or is that just like, oh.
What other logo
Why
do
are
you
you
think
wearing a
this is?
Dodgers hat?
Because why not?
Boo.
My brother's grandparents that I'm not related to are one of the oldest season ticket holders in Dodger history.
That's
Wow.
pretty neat.
They have a plaque up in the stadium. So, and I'm not much of a baseball guy, so I tend to just root for both. They're like my West team and my East team. You guys can hate it all you want. I don't give a shit.
That's such a Red Sox fan thing.
I've never been a hardcore Red Sox fan
No, I understand that, but like,
because I'm not a baseball fan.
I think they,
Well, I was
like
certainly-
the Red Sox and the Dodgers kind of make out sometimes.
It's the
Like,
same
their
with
fans.
It's the same with the Celtics. I like seeing the Celtics win, but I was never a hardcore Celtics fan. I was a Warriors fan when they were going on there, when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were there. I was literally the biggest Warriors fan,
Yeah, see, I didn't hate like a while there. I didn't.
and I was a
hate the
bandwagon fan.
Celtics.
And I was a bandwagon fan, and I admit to it fully.
Oh, me too, Nolan.
Yeah,
I don't
you
give a
were,
shit.
Antonio. No, Antonio was definitely a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, I don't give a
Antonio
shit.
loves them.
Antonio, why do you like the Bills so much?
Oh yeah,
You would
'Cause
get
I
a
just
Bills
love
hat
it.
right
Oh,
now.
dude. You could ask Sal since before Josh Allen, when Tyrod Taylor was still there, I was probably saying Jim Kelly.
Yeah,
You
he
could
was.
make an
Thurman
argument that you are a
Thomas.
bigger Bills fan than you are a Giants fan.
I'm the biggest Bills fan in Connecticut.
Definitely, dude.
Only when the Giants are eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
But
even when the
if they
Giants
played in
were
the
good, even
if
when
they
the
played in
Giants
the
like
Super Bowl?
made that run, when the Giants made that run a couple years ago, he was still on the Bills.
Yeah, because the Giants weren't winning the Super Bowl. Now, fuck.
Because that's the other thing. You will never see me wearing another hockey jersey other than a Bruins jersey.
Yeah,
Or
I've never
NHL
worn another
jersey.
hockey jersey.
That's because I'm a hardcore Bruins fan.
I've never worn another baseball jersey, but I've worn another baseball shirt. I have
And
a
I
light
am
blue
a very big
Cardinals
Patriots
Stan
fan,
Musial.
but it's Patriots and Bruins for me. Other than that, Celtics and Red Sox, I don't really care.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was a while where I didn't really hate the Celtics but I mean, they weren't like that good for a while. Now that they won a championship last year, like that makes me fucking sick. I hate it. I hate them so much. I can't believe they won the finals last year. It's so
Aw.
stupid.
So next year, if the Bills win the Super Bowl this year,
I
are you gonna
hate
hate the
that.
Bills?
Aw.
No, dude, if the Giants and Bills played in the Super Bowl and the Bills won, I'd be like, I mean, dude, we kind of deserve it after 1990. No.
Imagine if like that somehow happened this year?
What, Giants Bills?
Yeah.
I'd cry, dude.
All right,
I probably wouldn't watch the Super
Should we go
Bowl.
back? Should we head to this week in the NFL? Turkey
yeah.
Day. Let's start on Turkey Day.
Thanksgiving.
I don't know. In terms of slates on Thanksgiving, they're never really that great, especially in recent years. This year might be one of the worst I've seen. And it starts at 12:30, Turkey Day. The Chicago Bears head to Detroit. Detroit's minus 10.5, over under 48.5. Salvatore, how do you feel?
Feels like this should just be a Bears like get pummeled type of game. But 10 points is a lot of points.
10 points is a lot.
It is Detroit on Thanksgiving, though. And, like, Detroit isn't just, like, beating the bad teams by 30 points. Like, they're beating the mid teams by 30 points, too.
Division rivalry, though, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
Overtime,
true, Sal.
coming off overtime, I don't love though.
Yeah, short week. And they've had like the thing about the Bears though is that they've played in like close games ever since they lost that Hail Mary game. Every game for them has been close.
I don't know. Is this not just like everyone being like, "Oh, Caleb Williams looks like shit"? Like, aren't you saying that in the third quarter when you're eating your food? Like nobody's like, "Wow, Caleb Williams really impressed me tonight." I don't think. Or this is his coming out party. Maybe because I said that. I don't know. I'm conflicted on this game, to be honest. I Bears plus 10 is my pick. It's a couple too many points. Final answer.
I'm gonna go with the big spread. I'm going with Detroit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm also gonna take Detroit. I don't. Detroit has just looked so good. It doesn't make any sense to take the Bears here. All right, next game, really dog shit. The New York Giants go to Dallas. The Cowboys are minus 3.5 at home, over under 37.5. This is probably the way it's trending right now. It's probably Drew Lock and Trey Lance, because I don't know if Cooper Rush is going to go. And they said that Tommy DeVito is not 100%. So that's the other thing too.
Cowboys by a lot.
I was thinking about this. Like, why haven't they played Trey Lance at all?
Because he sucks.
Yeah, dude. My grandpa said something about that on
Is
Sunday.
he really that
but,
bad though?
Has he ever? How many snaps has he seen, dude?
Not that
I wasn't
many.
big on him coming out of college or anything, but like this kid just got traded, and then it's like, oh, well, he's a third overall.
They
pick,
have to
but
think
we're never gonna
they have
give
to
him
think
a chance.
they have to think he's the worst quarterback ever, because you don't have Dak get injured and then not play him to see what he's all about.
Because you think about like, what was the point of trading for him if this was
Correct.
the plan, and then you play Cooper Rush anyway?
Correct. So
he's got to be terrible.
He's horrible.
But I mean, to go from like being like the 49ers' next guy when he was drafted to where he's at now, it's got to be a gut punch, dude. I mean, I get that he wasn't the best, but
do you guys normally beat Dallas when you play on Thanksgiving or no?
No.
They're not beating anyone this year, so
maybe the year they made the playoffs.
Dallas?
What do you mean?
For the spread.
Yeah, Dallas.
Oh yeah, I'm picking Dallas.
Okay, Dallas.
I mean, that game is terrible. All right, and then probably the best game of the weekend is Miami at Green Bay. Green Bay minus 3.5, over under 47.5. Although it is seeming to be like a cold, possibly snow game, I've heard. What do we think?
All things were equal, I really like Miami here, but in the cold, it's a little different.
I know for sure it's going to be cold. I just don't know if it'll be snowing or
Don't
raining.
laugh at me, Antonio. I know all those messages. Okay? Laugh all you want.
No, you took my side.
Oh, I thought
you just took my side. No, Mike was like cold, like a team from a dome or in the South playing in a really cold stadium doesn't matter, and it's like kind of does.
Didn't the playoffs?
If one like, yes, I get they're professional athletes, but like I'm not saying it's a huge difference, but you know, when one team is used to playing in it and practicing in it every week, and one team is not, obviously there's going to be somewhat of a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it mattered last year in Kansas City in the playoffs.
Exactly, 100%.
That was one of the coldest games ever.
That's not going to sway me from not taking Miami in this game, though. I like Miami. So.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Miami's been playing good.
I'm not saying it's impossible for one of these like dome teams to go up and win a game. It's not like it's going to be freaking 0 outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be, I don't know, probably like mid-20s.
30 degrees.
Mid-20s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever played football, you should be fine with playing in 30 degrees. Like, that's not...
Yeah, it'll be cold,
that's not the kind of weather I'm talking about.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to snow, so...
I'm going to go with Green Bay.
This is tough because Green Bay just played a very physical game. And they definitely showed me that they can, like, play like that physical running style, which I didn't think that they really could in like the first part of the year. So that shows me that they're kind of like evolving and can play different ways. But Miami,
it took a while for them to get used to Jacobs.
I don't know. I think I saw a tweet. It was like they really hit Tua so hard that it went back to factory reset Tuscaloosa Tua, and he's been playing really good. And it's like they're kind of right though. Ever since he came back, he's been playing really good, and the Miami Dolphins have been playing really good. in spite of like it's like Jonnu Smith. It's not even like Tyreek Hill, which you would think it would be, but it's it's Jonnu Smith getting like most of the receptions. And then you have Devon Achane, who's incredible. I don't know. I feel like I might take Miami to cover this 3.5. They've been playing good. All right. The Friday game, worst game ever. The Las Vegas Raiders head to Arrowhead to take on Kansas City. Kansas City's minus 12.5 over under 42.5. This game sucks.
I mean, I could say obviously you shouldn't take Kansas City in big spreads, but like I'm probably gonna take Kansas City.
The Chiefs are piping this team like 40.
Gardner Minshew got hurt too.
This is like 47-10.
Yeah, this is a Chiefs.
A
Chiefs
3 o'clock on Friday, like
it's a massacre.
first of all, why do
weird.
they do that? Why is it not just a night game?
At least make it a good game if you're gonna do a Friday game. This is
why is it at 3 o'clock? Like that's so weird.
Dude, I'm probably not even gonna watch this.
No, it's on like Prime Video. No one's gonna watch this, which makes me think that Kansas City blows them the fuck out. Even though they didn't play the best and they haven't played the best, they've looked really shitty at times. I don't think the Raiders are capable of doing what the Panthers just did.
And remember the Raiders in the preseason or whatever had like the Kermit thing out and they were making fun of his voice. Do you remember that in the locker room?
No, I don't, but that sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, like they're gonna that shit on.
Definitely.
They're getting pooped on Sunday or Friday.
Yeah, I mean this game. Oh my god. All right, moving on to Sunday. The Los Angeles Chargers head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Chargers are minus 1.5 on the road, over under 47.5. Interesting spread here.
What's the problem?
What do you mean? Like why it's 1.5?
No, like what happened, Antonio?
No, it just sounds like there's like a fuck ton of people in my house like talking outside my door.
It's
you get swatted right now.
Yeah.
They get in with like an M16. They're like, get the fuck on the ground.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Dude, that'd be fucking sick.
It'd be sick for the views.
My initial thought here is Chargers, but I'm going against it and saying Falcons. I don't have much of a justification. I just think it's a close game and Atlanta wins at the end.
I haven't picked the Falcons in probably like 6 weeks.
That's definitely not true. They're on bye last week, so that's why you feel like that.
I know, but I never picked them. No, I definitely picked them against the Broncos.
You picked them against the Broncos?
Oh yeah, I did.
I think we all did.
I don't think I was like I didn't really think the Broncos were that good, but I mean no, dude, Bo Nix is good. We're not there yet though. Chargers. I'm on the Chargers.
I'm on the Falcons. I think I don't know. I don't know if this spread justifies. I don't know because like there's only one game separating these two teams. I don't know if it's like disrespectful to the Falcons or not coming off a bye. But I think the Falcons win this game.
Wait, what's the spread?
It's minus 1.5 for the Chargers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, Sal. Do you think this spread is like disrespectful?
I don't.
But it's.
What do you think? It should be 3?
No, it all. What?
I think it should be flipped. I think it should be Falcons minus 1.5.
Yeah, I think it all plays the same within 2 points. Like whether it's like Chargers by 1.5.
This game could be a pick. It could be a pick.
Yeah, like you're kind of just shifting. Like it's not that big. Like it is, but it's not.
Well, when the Chargers win by 1, then it'll matter.
No, I hear you. It happens, but
yeah, I like the Falcons.
Falcons.
Alrighty. The Indianapolis Colts head to New England to take on the Patriots. Colts are minus 2.5 on the road, over under 42.5.
This is an under.
Wow, Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady.
I wish.
Yeah, back in your day, old man.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Like, even 10 years ago, the Brady Manning, like the Manning Colts era was over, and it was like the Brady versus Broncos era. Isn't that
Yeah.
wild?
Or Brady versus Locke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shit on
Oh,
him in a
dude.
playoff game.
Yeah, that
Dude, would he
stupid
still?
trick
He'd
play.
still be in the lead, bro. Would he not still be in the lead?
Yeah, he'd be amazing.
Who? Peyton Manning?
He would have been
Andrew
a Hall
Luck.
of Fame. Yeah, he'd be like a Hall of Famer by now.
Yeah, Andrew Luck.
He was nasty,
Andrew Luck
bro.
was so
He was
good.
nasty.
Remember when he retired? How like crazy that was. Everyone was like, "Huh?" And he did it like during a preseason game.
Yeah.
And he's walking off
Dude,
the
and
field
then
and
they
people are
booed
booing
him.
him.
He's like, the rumors are true. I am gonna retire.
People booing him was
And
crazy.
dude, he like didn't care.
Why did he sound like that?
I don't
He
know.
could never like clear his throat.
Yeah, he sounded like
At
JR
top five
kind of.
last, like the whole time, like it was like so much phlegm in his throat.
Sounded
It
like
was
JR.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know how I feel about this game.
Just I don't know. Under and Colts, whatever. Who cares?
I don't know. Yeah,
Um,
I guess the Colts. Like,
I don't know.
I'll pick the Colts too.
wow, the Colts are 8-4 against the spread.
The Colts. Cults.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts. I don't really want to think about this one. It might throw you off. Like the Patriots could cover this somehow and maybe win this game just randomly, but like I don't think
Oh, they can definitely win this game.
I think if they cover, they have to win. In my opinion, I don't think they can cover within 2.5 without winning. So if you're saying I gotta bet the Patriots to win this game, I will say no, just because they're the Patriots. All right, the Houston Texans head to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Texans are -4.5 on the road, over under 43.5. Another big road spread.
I can't pick Jacksonville in any game, dude.
Another big road head.
Matt Jones.
I
No,
don't know.
dude.
It's probably Trevor. No,
I don't think it.
is Trevor still
If
out?
it's
I thought
Trevor,
I thought he's not playing the rest of this year.
Who said that?
What's the point?
I don't know. What is he saving it for?
Texans just feel like bad. Texans feel very bad vibes, honestly.
They do, but they should definitely beat this team by 5. The Jaguars are horrible, dude.
If it's Matt Jones, I can't take them. But if it's Trevor Lawrence, I'm definitely taking Jacksonville.
He's questionable against Houston. Trevor Lawrence.
The
Give me
spread,
Jacksonville.
the spread hints at Jacksonville or at Trevor. If it was Mac, it'd be probably like 7 or 8.
No.
I don't know. I'm still.
I mean, he
thinking
should play. I mean, if they're like saving him for the rest of the year, like for what?
Yeah, I mean that's also true.
Like so they can, I don't know, do the same thing next year. I'm taking the Texans here. The Jaguars suck.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what they're gonna do with him.
And Houston's not that great either. Let's not get Houston's not like the greatest team, but like they are way better on paper than the Jaguars. All right. The Seattle Seahawks head to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. Seattle's -1.5 on the road, over under 41.5. Is every road team is a favorite this week, I guess?
Dude, Geno Smith back
Geno
at
Smith
the Meadowlands.
revenge game.
I don't know. He might throw 3 picks in loving memory.
So the whole thing with the Aaron Rodgers thing was, so then they were like, yeah, he's not going to play for the Jets next year. But then he came out and said, first of all, I hate the fact that like he uses the Pat McAfee show as like his like diary every week. Like he comes on and just like talks about him and talks about his problems on the Pat McAfee show every week. It's just so fun. Whatever. But then he comes out and he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play next year, but if I did, I would want to play for the Jets. Like the Jets would be my first choice. It's like now it's like, okay, he's either not playing or playing for the Jets again, I feel like. But the Jets would have to re-sign him, right? Or do they have him one more year?
Think they still have him one more year?
Did they extend it? They redid his contract.
I don't know. I thought he had one more year. Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was when he
I
first
thought it
signed
was
there. It was 2 years.
I don't know. It was probably like a 2-year deal, maybe like a 3-year option or something. I don't know if you could do that in football.
I don't think you can, but
I don't know. I don't think anyone's really bought in this year. And like, am I really going to take the Jets to win this game? Like, the Jets need to win a football game. That's asking a lot. Like,
Yeah, so they revised it to 3 years.
Yeah,
And
it's just I don't know.
restructured
I don't know.
his
I don't
2-year
know if
deal.
Gino does revenge games.
oh,
I'm
I
not
don't really
saying
want
I
to.
don't. I'm not
I don't
saying
really
he's
want to bet
bad,
Gino. Yeah.
but like he's not like a. I mean, I'm not picking the Jets, so like I'm gonna take Seattle, but
You're gonna take not the Jets. That's your pick.
yeah, not the Jets.
Doesn't matter who the Jets are playing, just not the Jets.
All right, fine. I'll take the Jets.
I'll take Seattle. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea of them coming east to play a 1 o'clock game. I'm not a huge fan of that.
I don't
It's
like the
probably
idea
gonna
of
be
the
shitty
Jets,
weather
though.
too, but yeah, the Jets are terrible. So I'm gonna go with Seattle. You haven't done it for us in a while, Antonio. Can you do it?
I just did it.
Did you? Yeah, you're like Mike doesn't pick it up. That's why.
No,
God,
really, it
I
doesn't.
promise we'll get an in-person setup soon. I promise.
I would love that.
All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers head to the Cincinnati Bengals for a divisional
Oh,
matchup.
dude.
The
I
Bengals are
hate this
minus
game.
2. Bengals are minus
Start of the
2.5.
week, Antonio.
Minus 2.5 at home. Over under 46.5. Are we
You
surprised?
know why?
Are we surprised at this spread?
No, Sal, you know why I hate this game, right? Because my heart really wants to pick the Steelers, but my brain knows it's the Bengals.
You have to be the biggest dumbass in the world to take Pittsburgh minus plus 2.5 in this game. The Bengals clap this game. Bengals win like 34-10.
Oh God.
This is free cheddar.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals, but like it's gonna break my heart so much because I really want the Steelers to like get a high seed. I love them. Okay.
I just feel like I can't get the Bengals right this year, dude. Like I'm
I can't either.
I'm so hype on the Bengals. Like every week, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna turn it around, and then they just lose, and I'm like, fuck.
I get the Steelers games right though, whether I pick them or I don't.
So does it cancel out?
I don't know. I get every Bengals game wrong.
Fuck, I'll take the Bengals.
Because I always want
God
to pick
damn
them.
it. I'll take the Bengals, but I'm not happy about it. Because the Steelers could win. Like, you guys are acting like the Steelers couldn't win this game. The Steelers could win this game.
Steelers should not win.
Las
They
Vegas.
could, though. They could win this game. You don't think so?
Las Vegas has to
Come
have made
on.
so much money off people betting on the Bengals this year.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
So many. So many bets on the Bengals. I mean, they probably made so much on Bengals Super Bowl futures.
Yeah, that too.
They're gobbling those up. All right. The Tennessee Titans head to DC to take on the Commanders. The Commanders are minus 5.5 at home, over under 44.5. This is kind of a weird spread too. Why is it only 5.5?
Kind of an icky game.
I don't know.
I'm not picking the Titans though.
Sal, are you picking the Titans?
I hope not, bro.
Sal, are you picking the
Will
Titans?
Levis, really?
Sal, are you betting on Will Levis?
He's definitely not.
No. Washington minus 5.5. Bounce back.
I will say though that this spread is like kind of weird to me. Like this probably should be 7.5. I don't know why it's that close, but yeah, give me Washington. They should clap
Washington's
this
lost
team.
a couple in a row, so
Yeah, but to like, I mean, yeah, I guess losing to Dallas isn't great, but still. All right.
Wonder if you just went against the argument of like this shouldn't be the line. Like, I wonder if you just took the line at face value and just bet it for what it was, like how much better of a better you would be.
Just make your own lines.
Well, what do you
every
mean,
week
like,
and bet
if
whatever
you
alternate you think?
I feel like I buy into whatever Pittsburgh Cleveland last week was 3.5, and I felt like it should have been 5.5 or 7.5. And yeah, I got that one right, but I got that one right because I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, this spread makes no sense. It's well, that's the fucking spread. The spread is 3.5. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, do you bet? Do you yeah? You let it sway your decision.
I would say a big factor is what they set the line at, not what not what I feel like the line is supposed to be.
Do you bet alternate spreads a lot?
Not really. I just bet based on all right, I think they think X, so I think Y. I just don't. I just don't.
Yeah,
go
you're
in
not
all the
confident
time.
in what you think.
No, not that. I just feel like I let them show their hand, and then I play against their hand, type of thing.
Yeah, you're trying
Whereas
to outsmart the house instead of just
right,
betting
which
a
is
football
ridiculous. It's that's never gonna happen. I should just be oh, I like this team because I like this team against this other team. You know what I'm trying to say.
It's just
right?
because
Yeah.
you've been lied to so much, Sal, that you don't buy into the mainstream media. You know what I mean?
you can't buy into the sheep mentality. You can't just go with the herd.
I don't know, but I do think I don't think you should bet totally one way or the other. If you're talking about that,
I don't bet. I don't. That's not the only. I'm not saying it's not just that, but I'm saying a lot of the times where it's really weird, where I'm like,
what do you mean you don't bet?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, but I'm saying if it's a really weird spread, then I tend to be all right, I'll take the shittier team or the side that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Where it could be the best team playing the worst team -2.
Yeah.
Or -2.5.
Or last week when you took Giants +5.5.
Right. Exactly. Literally exactly.
I didn't.
Yeah, you were smart enough to not do that.
Well, Antonio is Vegas though.
Do they call you Sunday at 7:00 and just set the lines with you?
No, they have a midnight meeting on Saturday.
Is it Saturday?
They're on the phone and they're like, "Listen, kid, I know you're in cahoots with us, but we can't let you go 3-0 on
They
pick
charter
three.
they charter a private flight to Vegas every weekend, and he meets with them in person.
Yeah. Did I go 2-1 again last weekend? I don't even know.
You went 1-2.
Oh, 1-2. I went 0-3.
And I went 2-1. Spazzy. Yeah, we're terrible. Moving on to this game. I really like this game. The Arizona Cardinals head to Minnesota. Take on the Vikings. Minnesota is -3.5, over under 44.5.
I don't know how you don't take Arizona in this game. I hate this Minnesota team. They're so fraudulent. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they're 9-2. Give me a break at 9-2. Jeez.
Sal, I am with you 100%. I do not like this Arizona team or this Minnesota team.
Cards on paper mache.
These are two teams I don't really know if I can trust or not.
Yeah, you can't trust either.
Even though I take the Cardinals a lot, I don't love it, but I'm definitely taking the Cardinals here.
I feel like the Vikings are only at the record that they're at because they've been playing bad teams.
Yeah.
And they've been shaky against these bad teams. The Cardinals are a mid-tier team. So they're a bit more talented than what they've been seeing.
The Cardinals are the most mid team of all time. The Cardinals are so mid, it's not even funny.
They're a little bit better in terms of competition that Minnesota has seen in a little while. And I mean,
yeah, this would be a huge win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, this would be a huge win, and I think it knocks Minnesota off. They're not a 10-2 team.
No way.
So
no way.
And if they are, it's the most fraudulent 10-2. I mean, their last 4 games: Bears, Titans, Jaguars, Colts. Come on. When the best team you've played in the last 5 weeks is the Colts, that's insane. In the last kind of mid team they played were the Rams, and they lost by 10.
Yeah.
So I mean, And all these other games were close games. I mean, they beat the Titans by 10, beat the Bears in overtime. They let the Bears come back, and they beat the Jaguars 12-7. So, like, come on.
Ugh.
They're not that great of a team, and it's time that they get knocked back a few pegs.
Star Cardinals.
Very rarely, I feel like, are me and Sal both on the Cardinals. Like,
Well, I'm on the Cardinals almost every week, so that means you gotta never be on the Cardinals.
I don't think I'm like ever on the Cardinals,
Yeah.
but I do like
I
them
pretty
this
much
week.
am every week too.
I love
And
them
years
this week.
past, Nolan's been a Cardinals guy.
Not
Yeah.
really.
No, I feel like you
No,
have.
He
Because
definitely
I'm
was
not the
like 3,
biggest
4
Kyler
years
Murray.
ago.
I'm not the biggest Kyler Murray fan.
I feel like he used to like him.
No, I don't think I've really ever liked him.
How good was Carson Palmer?
He was good. How good was Josh Rosen?
He was supposed to
Sal
be.
likes that. Sal's a
Rosen,
Josh
baby.
Rosen jersey, dude. That's the most random thing ever.
That's so funny.
Big Josh Rosen, bro.
All right, next game. Terrible game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Buccaneers are minus 5.5 on the road. Over under 46.5. You're getting swatted, dude. You're getting swatted. Just let it happen.
Why is it so? There's probably no one in my house, but like it just maybe I'm just have like severe schizophrenia, and it's like really starting to show.
You just have paranoia. Did you hit the pen before this?
Maybe at like 5, so not really.
Maybe? Oh my god, we've lost him. That's how we've lost him.
I don't even know where it's not even in my pocket right now, dude. It could be anywhere.
It's on your work desk.
That'd be bad. No. Alan would do that.
Oh, Alan has done that.
He probably
Just been on the ground right next to his like chair that he sits in. At his office.
Apparently at like one of his old jobs, he pulled it out in front of his boss once. But his boss was like, "You got a pen on you?" So he reached into his pocket and pulled out his job pen.
That's so funny.
It's like, you mean this? He didn't have a. That was the only thing he had. He didn't have a regular pen on him. He just pulled that out.
God knows, dude. He used to, dude, when he worked at ShopRite, he was so high, bro.
He worked at ShopRite? When did he work at ShopRite?
Briefly, for 2 different stints, he worked there for probably like, he worked there for like a month the first time, and then like 3 months the second time.
Me and Sal were talking about it. The Allen lore goes so deep.
Oh, dude.
You can't even find the bottom of that barrel, dude. It goes so deep.
Bell.
Taco Bell's crazy.
I ate so much Taco Bell back then, dude. I can't believe it. And I was just so down with it. Even like their manager, they'd be like, "Hey, you want that for free?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are beating Carolina. Did you hear about the whole like Baker Mayfield thing? He's like suing his dad. Because I guess his dad and his brother, I think, because they used, I think he's probably whatever agency that he is in, like it's just his family runs it, and I guess they took $12 million to like cover expenses or something without him knowing.
Sounds
like they were gambling.
His dad's not an NFL quarterback, so.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks when you like you should never go into business with your family like that. It never turns out good.
I'll take Carolina. Fuck it. They've been playing good.
I'm taking the Bucks.
I'm going Bucks, man. Sal, should I start Adam Thielen against Mike at flex? Actually, should I start him over Juwan Jennings?
Yes. Is Brock Purdy back?
Purdy's back. If Brock Purdy's back, no.
Taysom Hill's going in at tight end this week. Laporta and Crafter out. It's Taysom Hill's
I almost started Anthony Richardson against you, and that would have cost me my season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy.
Yeah, that would have been the worst start-sit decision of all time.
When you told me that, I was like, you're faded.
My team didn't even have a bad week, I don't think. You dropped 160.
Yeah, you had a really good week. You had 145 or something.
Yeah, that sucks.
I had 160 and Quentin Johnson had nothing.
Yeah, 143.
You
Damn,
get
dude.
0.
If I started Nick Chubb,
Would you have 1
That's what I did against Sal in our league. I
Wait,
started Nick
really?
Chubb.
instead of who?
it depends. If I started him over Joe Mixon, I would have won. If I started him over either of my flexes, Marvin Harrison or Najee Harris, I would have won. I feel like an idiot for starting Najee over him.
As soon as I saw that was going to be a snow game, I put Nick Chubb in. I was like, a snow game is
So
such a Nick
stupid.
Chubb game.
What happened to you in fantasy? You used to be like the man.
He's washed. He's Justin Tucker.
Get fucked, Sal.
Do you have a new
Hey,
holder?
dude, it didn't look like it was going to be that way, and then Stephon Diggs and Mike Evans both got hurt. But I mean, I used to also have really good luck with not having
It's not an excuse.
guys that get injured. No, it's
I
not
had
an excuse.
Stephon Diggs and Rashee Rice, and I'm 9-3.
It's not an excuse.
Not an
I
issue.
just used
You
to I
gotta do
just used to draft guys that
But you're not.
not
Are
get
you
hurt.
are you gonna miss the playoffs in both leagues that I'm in with you?
It's a possibility.
That's tough.
I'm probably gonna miss him in the league I'm in with my grandpa too.
You're gonna go over 3. No playoff ball for Antonio this season.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
I'm 4-8 across all those leagues.
So he's in a rebuild, so
Apparently,
Horrible. It's a horrible feeling.
you better have a good first round draft card.
Because going into this year, I was like, all right, I had a bad year last year. Like I'm bound to have like another big year, and then it's like, nope.
You the Patriots?
But
offseason,
now I'm gonna next year I'm gonna trust like the younger guys that I'd be drafting.
this offseason was the least amount of fantasy football coverage I've watched in like 7 seasons of football. Like I had no propaganda in my head
But,
before
like,
I drafted.
also-
this was the most
I was
prep
like,
I've
dude,
done.
I should have just gone with my gut, and but like I was like, dude, I might draft Saquon at the 4th pick, but I just didn't because I guess I'm just a bitch.
Because you're following the ESPN rankings.
Guess so. But I was
Wow.
also like sheepishly thinking like, well, he's obviously gonna be really good with the Eagles, but what if he gets hurt?
Yeah.
It's a stupid dude.
Yeah, it was valid though. I mean, I think a lot of people were thinking that, but
It just sucks to be a part of it.
Big Aw is right. All right. We all picked in the Bucks and Panthers game, right? Did we all pick the Bucks, or you picked the Panthers, Sal? But
I picked the Bucks.
All right. The LA Rams head to New Orleans, take on the Saints. The Rams are -3 on the road, over under 49.5.
Rams move on. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why
Seriously,
though?
dude.
There's no shot the Saints win.
No shot.
Probably not.
Why no shot?
Chris Olave might be coming back.
But they're
Doesn't
definitely
matter.
losing.
I don't think that really matters.
God, dude, the Sunday night game's so tough.
The over. I'm gonna take the over in this game for sure. The Rams and Saints game.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
I'm gonna take the Saints. I think the Saints could win this game. I think that the Rams are so like up and down. I feel like
They are.
I just feel like the Saints should win this at home. And they play tough. All right, next game. The Philadelphia Eagles head to the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are -3 at home, over under 50.5. Sal's favorite.
50.5.
I might put
Didn't work
both
last night
these
though,
teams.
Sal, huh?
Both these teams might be in my pick 3. I might have Baltimore -3 and Eagles +3 in my pick 3.
Sal was pissed. I got out of the shower and saw that they got a garbage time touchdown.
So lame.
So lame. I was like, oh, nice. They got a touchdown for no reason.
I really, really want to pick the Eagles here, but at the same time, Lamar literally doesn't lose against the NFC. The only quarterback he's lost to in the NFC is Daniel fucking Jones. Go figure that.
This is
Dude,
wow.
I
What
want
a
to pick
game,
the Eagles
dude.
so bad, but like, oh, says possibly snow, but I mean that doesn't really. I mean,
I don't
I
think that
guess it
matters for either one
matters.
of these
Are the
teams.
Eagles
But,
the
like-
best team in the NFL?
Right now, they're one of the top teams. Yeah, I think the
Oh,
Lions are probably the best team.
Sal's gonna convince me back to the Eagles. I was about to commit to Baltimore, but like,
I'm so taking the Ravens in this game.
yeah,
Is it weird to think the Ravens like
Whoa.
kill this team?
They might.
I think I'm gonna pick the Ravens.
This is definitely Tom Brady's call, and anytime he calls a game, it's like the worst game.
And honestly, right before we started talking about this game, in my head, I'm like, honestly, whoever I pick is probably going to my pick 3. That sounds weird,
Wow.
but
I like the Ravens. I think the Ravens not smash them, but I think it should be 7-10.
Philly's due to have just like kind of a
Bad game, bad
Yeah,
performance.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this matchup, though. I'm really curious to see how these teams play against each other. But yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. Did you pick Antonio? Who'd you take? The Ravens?
yeah.
All right, we agree. So that means the Eagles are killing them. Last game, the San Francisco 49ers head to Buffalo. Buffalo's minus 6.5 at home, or under 44.5. Possibly a snow game, from what I've seen. That they're getting some lake effect snow. They're supposed to get like half a foot of snow, is what I've seen.
Let's fucking go, dude.
But the last time that
That's
happened,
Buffalo.
they postponed the game.
So lame.
So
But I
lame.
don't think that wasn't as big of a like storm.
It was big. It was a bigger storm.
This is yeah. I mean, I meant to say it the other way
yeah, I
around.
knew. Yeah, I
That
knew.
was like a huge storm.
Yeah.
This has Buffalo like 27-10 written all over it.
Yeah, if that's how it's gonna be, I don't really like San Francisco and and snow like that.
I wouldn't want to tackle Josh Allen either in the
Yeah.
snow.
Is Nick Bosa back?
Mike's gonna hate us saying that, but I literally don't care.
Do we
I
know
think-
if Nick Bosa's back?
I don't know. I just think that the Bills are gonna dog walk this team.
This is a big fucking spread. Do you think the spread is because of the weather?
Partially.
Yeah, probably.
What do you
I
think-
mean,
what do you think
but
it's
the
like?
49ers have not been good
4.5,
this year, though.
5.5. It might be worth a point.
I would have said 5.5 or 6 if there wasn't the weather. But I mean, I'm still gonna take Buffalo.
I don't know. Let's see how much of the money. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was going to hate this. 94% of the money is on Buffalo spread.
They're the best team in the
Awful.
league, dude.
It's early in the week though.
True. Very true.
Let's see how it is closer to kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, I have no reason to take San Francisco in a snow game in Buffalo. It's just a tough place to go into, even if it's not snowing. And if it's snowing and cold, it just makes it that much harder. I'm going to take Buffalo, as much as I hate it. Because you're right. Like this, I mean, it could, I don't know. It's just so hard to take Buffalo every week when they're constantly a big spread.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're one of the best teams. So, all right, pick 3. I went 2-1.
We didn't do Cleveland and Denver. We didn't pick Monday yet.
Oh, sorry. Monday night. Cleveland Browns head to the Denver Broncos to take on the Broncos. I don't know why I always do that on one of these games. Broncos are minus 5.5 at home, over under 41.5.
I'm taking Cleveland because I take Cleveland every week.
Broncos.
Cleveland
Ew, gross
Cleveland
game.
had their moment.
Stupid jam.
Very stupid. All right, pick 3. I went 2-1. Antonio went 1-2. Sal goes 0-3. I think I want Antonio to go first. He's pissed. He was not ready.
These games are horrible, dude.
Hmm.
Oh God, I can't put dude. It seems like free money, but I don't know if I got it in me to pick the. I don't mind putting the Cowboys in my pick 3, but like picking the Cowboys over the Giants in my pick 3 is Kind of
That's
makes my
wild
heart
for you.
hurt. Makes my heart hurt.
That's a gut punch right there.
All right. Green Bay. I'm not gonna put Cincinnati in there, dude. I'm not. I want to, but I can't. Yeah, dude, Buffalo. I didn't wanna, but I'm gonna. Buffalo -7. Yeah, give me Baltimore. The more I think about it, I think the more I like Baltimore on Sunday. There's a lot of there's snowflakes next to a lot of these games this weekend.
Yeah. It's an active weather pattern this weekend, so I'll go next. First, I think it's probably one that me and Salvatore share. Arizona +3.5. I really like them this week. Probably my most confident game if I had to like rank it. Number 2, Washington -5.5 against Tennessee. They should smoke this team, and if they don't, then that sucks. But Washington -5.5. Last but not least, I'm going back and forth between two. Yeah, fuck it. I'm taking the over in the LA and New Orleans game. Over 49.5.
Rare over-under appearance in pick 3.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Quick and painless. Miami +3.5. I think they win that game outright. Cincinnati -3. They're gonna kick the Steelers' ass, and KC -12.5. They'd have the chance to run up the score. They're winning by 30. So don't think, just shoot. Those are my 3 picks.
Yeah, ready, fire, aim. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You picked 3 already?
Yeah.
I didn't hear any
in the
besides
blink
Kansas
of an
City.
eye.
Kansas City, Miami, Cincinnati.
That's a good pick 3, Sal. That
Thank
might
you.
be 3-0. Did I scare you from Arizona?
I would follow up an 0-3 with a 3-0. I thought about Arizona. Arizona was on the short list. They just
probably right when I said it's my most confident is when Sal decided not to take them.
Not true. This was always my pick 3. As soon as I looked at it, no,
I believe you.
100%. I liked all 3 of those more than I liked Arizona.
Okay.
Touchdown score.
Let's do a Turkey Day touchdown score.
Let's do one of each.
Okay. Turkey Day. Long shout. Give me Rome Odunze.
Oh.
Did you like that?
Tyreek Hill's definitely scoring.
Okay. Pick some bum, Antonio. Pick a bum for me.
Luke Schoonmaker.
Zeke scoring on Thanksgiving.
Oh my God, yes. That was exactly what I wanted. That was exactly what I wanted. All right, let's do a Sunday or
during the regular slate. I got Tank Dell.
Ooh, okay.
Let's do a what?
Like regular slate. So, like touchdown score.
For touchdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any football players, so.
Fair. That's fair enough.
Oh, Taysom Hill scoring again.
We're 2 for 2 on Antonio's touchdown scores, dude. Mine would probably be. Let's go AJ Brown.
Oh,
bro, he's disgusting.
Yeah, he's really good.
Antonio. One immaculate grid question for each team. A Tiger, and a Seattle Mariner.
Doug Fister.
Wow, I love that.
Doug Fister, bro.
A Padre and a Cub.
Oh, dude, that's actually pretty hard. Did you think of one, or did you just come up with those teams?
Hmm.
Oh, there's got to be like a pitcher or something. Dude, I feel like nobody that's played for the Padres like plays for anybody else besides like the Red Sox and the Dodgers.
I'm pretty sure he's a prominent part in the World Series.
Who?
This guy.
For the Cubs?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not.
Not Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant didn't play there.
Oh, never mind.
What position?
He played at the end. Wow. Why did I think he played before that? First base.
Eric Hosmer?
Yeah. I don't know why I
He
thought he was on
didn't.
the. Yeah, he was on the championship team.
He didn't play for the Cubs.
Yeah, he
He was
did.
on the Royals.
He played for the Cubs.
Eric Hosmer did?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, wasn't Eric
Last
Hosmer
one,
on
White
the World
Sox.
Series Cup team?
White
I thought he
Sox.
was, but apparently he wasn't. White
Uh,
Sox, Dodgers.
Trace Thompson.
Is that a real person?
That's Clay Thompson's little brother.
That's
How
a
do you
crazy.
spell that?
That's a
Trage?
crazy poll.
Yeah. Ricky Henderson probably played for both of them, but Ricky Henderson played for everybody.
He's not even on like the database. That's weird.
He's on the immaculate grid. I literally, dude, I did that today. I picked him for a Dodgers and White Sox player.
Trace Thompson.
Yeah.
He doesn't come up.
Trayc. Well, he's on immaculate grids on fucking. He's played MLB games.
I got it. I was spelling it not correctly. Good job, Antonio.
You know who was, one that I picked that was like a wicked low like percentage.
Oh,
It was Yankees Mariners, and I did Jesus Montero,
wow.
and then um fucking Nate McLouth for something.
Nate McLeod was a good pull.
Nate McLouth was really no, he was a good player, dude.
Yeah. Didn't he fight someone?
Probably.
I think he had gotten a huge fight one time. Oh,
Maybe with Nigel Morgan.
probably.
All right, fellas.
All right. Adios.
Happy Thanksgiving.